stocks fall again, rapidly. An increasingly despondent Wall Street fell for the third straight session Wednesday as investors absorbed another series of depressing, dismal corporate reports and news that the government won't buy banks' bad mortgage assets after all. They've changed the plan again. The Dow-Jones-Industrials dropped more than 410 points, and all the major indexes lost more than 4%. The stock market has lost approximately $1 trillion just over the past 3 days alone, according to the Dow Jones Wilshire 5,000 index, which reflects the value of nearly all U.S. stocks. The market started the day falling on more signs that companies are being hurt by a severe pullback in consumer spending. And yes, consumer spending drives 2/3 of the economy. Macy's Incorporated said it lost $44 million in the third quarter as sales at the department store retailer fell more than 7%. And consumer electronics retailer Best Buy slashed its fiscal 2009 guidance. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley, suffering from the ongoing losses on Wall Street, outlined more plans to cut at least 10% of staff in its institutional securities group, its biggest business that covers everything from investment banking to stock trading. These are all more signs. And more bad news came out after the market closed. Intel Corporation lowered its fourth quarter revenue and earnings outlook, citing a spending slowdown that is reducing demand for its computer chips. Intel's stock fell in after-hours trading, and its announcement was likely to trigger even more selling across the market today. Day after day, the stock market falls. It's falling down rapidly. And these are more signs that something's wrong with not just the economies, but everything. All systems are starting to fail. All systems have become broken. Real change must come. There just doesn't appear to be an end in sight to the bad news, said Anton Schutz, portfolio manager of the Burnham Financial Industries Fund and the Burnham Financial Services Fund. The selling is relentless. Sell, sell, sell. There was more pain at mid-morning when Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson said the government's $700 billion financial rescue package has changed its mind, and he will not buy or purchase troubled assets from banks. And there's no oversight of this bailout plan, and a lot of it's being done behind closed doors in secret. Why is it all a secret, what they're doing with the $700 billion? It's taxpayers' money, isn't it? I know they're trying to make everything secret. And why is there no oversight from Congress? Congress has dropped the ball. The federal government has dropped the ball. A lot of people have dropped the ball. Investors still hoped to see the financial industry relieved of the burden of the mortgage assets whose decline in value helped set off the nation's financial crisis. Although it's even more than that. The market is in the process of retesting the intra-day low hit on October 10th, when the blue chips fell to 7,882.50. We're just going through the typical or the same process of testing and retesting, said a chief investment officer of Bell Investment Advisors. The selling on the stock market accelerated in the last hour of the day, as it has done in most sessions over the past 2 months. That seems to be typical sell. And it's getting even worse until Walmart now lower forecast. The chip maker unexpectedly slashes fiscal fourth quarter guidance, and now Walmart posts a small profit but narrows its full year outlook. And initial jobless claims surge to a 7-year high. And of course, foreclosures jump in October. All the economies of the world are failing, because, once again, I'll say, all systems have become broken, and everything is interconnected. Tech bellwether Intel is the latest company to feel the pain of the economic downturn. The chip maker and Dow component late Wednesday slashed its fiscal fourth quarter revenue by $1 billion because of significantly weaker demand for its products. Intel now expects to post $9 billion in revenue for the quarter, plus or minus $300 million, down from a previous forecast of between $10.1 billion and $10.9 billion. Walmart stores, another Dow stock, is also starting to feel the effects of the weak economy, cutting its full-year earnings forecast as a result. Although the mega retailer still managed to beat the street forecast. And stocks are moving lower. Always moving lower. All three indexes are testing their October 27th closing lows, and all three are 42% or more below their 2007 peaks. So, you can extrapolate that out, or just by using logic alone. If it's lost 42% in just 1 year, we can give it another year or two, and it'll be down to zero, I guess. In other words, there's really not a lot of time left, is there? No, this is way more than just a typical financial crisis. It's more than a financial crisis. It's a crisis all the way around. And they go from one crisis to another, out from one fire and into another. And all this is connected to something even bigger, much bigger. Crude oil turned lower by midday, falling 4 cents to $56.12 a barrel after falling more than 5% to close at $56.16, a 21-month low. But some expect further weakness in the oil price. It could go down even further. Theoretically, demand is falling all over the world and is now driving oil and commodities in a historic readjustment in the world economy. Despite economic difficulties around the world, Walmart says it's still making a little money. Yes, it seems like Walmart's about the only business making any money anymore. Anyway, this is all a very gloomy forecast. And there are just multitudes and multitudes of problems with the economies, with the political, with the social, with civilization in general. Confusion, chaos, and complications have now set in. And these are all more signs of the end times transition days. There are many, many signs.